Welcome back to another great episode of Comedians in Bed. And as always, before I introduce our comedian, I like to give an introduction, man. This one right here is freaking hilarious, man. Out here doing big things in LA. And I'm grateful that she's on the show, man. She hurry up, put on her wig, put on her lashes here for us. So I'm excited about that. Please, everybody, give it up for the funny, hilarious Joncea, everybody.
Hey,
Well, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I had one job.
No, you're totally fine,
I
man.
had one job. You said come in after the applause. I'm like, hey y'all. Damn.
Nah, I appreciate the excitement, man. So, how many wigs do you have?
Don't do that.
When you said when somebody said I just threw on my wig, that sounds
Don't
like a
do that,
collection.
Marlo. I got probably I don't know about 50. I don't know, man. I make wigs. I was a hairstylist before I became a comedian.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I was a hairstylist in DC first, and I had 2 hair salons. So, you
Okay.
know, I feel like I got shit in my eye. I just feel like I'm all over the place. Do I got anything in my eyes?
No, you're
I
totally fine.
literally popped up, and literally I saw it was 9 minutes late. Like I ain't brushed my teeth. I ain't got no deodorant. I literally like, oh my God, they gonna think I'm Hollywood. I don't even know who the hell this is. I'm like, oh my God. I heard you breathe like, because I was here for about 5 minutes before you got here. I could hear you in the background blowing. I was like, oh my God, they gonna think I'm far from Hollywood, y'all. Just want y'all to know. A sister just been on set. That laugh track gonna make me. I've been on set for the last 2 days for 10 hours a day, so I'm busted, tired.
No,
And
I definitely
my bad.
understand. I appreciate you squeezing this in. I meant to tell you before we got started, if at any point like my Wi-Fi seem a little shaky, just keep talking. It'll come back in. We got like a real bad storm right now, so yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
the perks of living out here in Ohio.
You're in Ohio.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How's
So I know
comedy
you
out
can't.
there? Oh, my bad. I
It's
know you
no,
asking
you
the
fine, you
question,
fine, you
but
fine. It's all right. It ain't like no other place. I mean, I've been to LA, Chicago. It's nothing like that, of course, but it's all right. I don't
okay.
know what it's. I think it's like I don't know what it's supposed to be like because it's not a comedy city. So I really don't know like what to expect. But then when I go to like major cities like LA and Chicago, I'll be like, oh, this is how I guess it's supposed to be done. But yeah,
Well, I mean, comedy is comedy everywhere. I would think.
yeah,
I just know that I felt like I hit the ceiling in DC because I just did everything you could do a million times over. That's the only reason why I moved to LA. Just because I really kind of wanted this more than a hobby. So, but I feel like when I go to other cities, I feel like it's just fun. People come to laugh. I don't know. That's why I was just like, how's comedy out there? Like, do y'all have like couple of good comedy clubs? Or I've never done comedy in Ohio before.
yeah. Nah, we only got one in my city, and Cleveland I think got two. Cincinnati got like two. Well, actually, we just got two. We had one just open up. It's an independent comedy club, but um, it's a pretty narrow door. But I mean, I guess if you stay consistent, you can do something. But yeah, you
Yeah,
do have to travel for sure.
I think a lot of the cities are narrow depending on where you want to go. I should say. If you
Yeah,
really, really want to do it, it's like college or football. You gotta go to whatever university is the best, and you gotta work the hardest. And comedy is, man, this shit is the devil. I'm playing. Somebody gotta
what
do it right.
what
And
made
I was
you
like, you. I was like, no. It's like,
what,
yeah.
what made you get on stage in DC?
You know what? And I've only been doing comedy a short period of time actually. It was a dare. I've always been funny. Like I was always like God truly made me this way. I was always like class clown and you know the funniest superlative, 6th grade, 8th grade, and 12th grade. You know how you do the superlatives. I was always class clown or most humorous or whatever it is. So I was always funny, like literally since I was born. My mom said that she would be asking like, "Where's my baby?" Like when she had me, she said that the nurses had me in the back and they were just cracking up at me. I don't even know what I could have been doing at 1 hour old, but my mom was just like, they would not give me back. Like, where's my baby? You know, but my dad said I would just have them cracking up in the high chair, like, and I'm the baby. I'm the baby of 6. So basically my family all my life was just looking at me like a circus act, just waiting for something else to come. Like, here it comes. There it is. So I was born like this, and my friends just dared me at like the age of, because I always said I wanted to be a comedian, but you know how that is in a black household, especially in Washington, D.C. They're like, no, nigga, you're gonna work in this government or be a doctor or some normal shit and stop playing. We make money out here. We don't play out here. So that's that. But yeah, I was always funny. I was always the funny, fun homegirl, you know.
Yeah.
That's why no dude never takes me. So I don't do well in relationships because the other gender doesn't do well. They're like, no. They're like, you're the homie. Like, no dude ever wants to be with me, but they don't ever want to not be with me. It's crazy. It's like,
yeah.
you my sister. And I'm like, the fuck? I got 3 brothers. I'm not your sister. Good. Like,
it's kind of like the good dude who always want the fine chick, but she's chasing after the jock or something, or the dude with the money, and she just ignores the guy that like treats her right or whatever.
Yeah, that was me when I was younger. Yeah, and I'm just getting it back now that I blew up like the World Trade Center. I blew up like the World Trade Center. Like,
what does it feel to be? What does it feel to be getting it back? What does that look like? Are we online dating or
online? Oh my god! I did everything you could do for real. Like, yo, I got cat. I mean, you shouldn't get catfish if you're a catfisher. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I started this catfish shit. Like, I started this catfish shit like back with Black Planet. Like, I was sending pictures of my best friend and doing the most. You know, my personality gonna get you every time, nigga. But when you see all these layers of pasta and shit, sometimes dudes get turned off. Depends. Not niggas in DC, but definitely these niggas in Cali be like, girl, if you don't get your fat ass, come here, you my sister.
I love that, man. I'm team BBW all day. If it ain't over 200, I don't want it.
Let me guess. Are you 5'8"? Because niggas that's 5'8" all day. So I'll be like, dog, I'm 5'9", 300. What we gonna do? I'm not gonna I can't put on no heels. I'm gonna go to your mama and she gonna be like, we ain't gonna look good. I just be thinking, are we gonna look good on the red carpet? Hit that goddamn laugh button one more damn time. Nigga, me and you can laugh. I can't hear you. No, but I think are we gonna look good on the red carpet together? Are we gonna look good at the altar? Like, if you're in short, but everybody that mess with a short dude or a fat dude, because I don't do fat motherfuckers either. Everybody that do, they good dudes, but they love big girls. How tall are you?
I wish I was 5'8". I'm 5'5.5". Gotta throw the half in there, you know. Gotta throw the half in.
Oh, you really 5'5.5"?
Yeah.
That's why you like big girls. You like climb trees and shit, buy big trucks. It's like relax. It's all right. So many people down there with you. And I'm way taller than people think. Than I look, or people like when people see me in person, they're like, "Oh shit, you tall. You tall for a girl." And I'm like, I am. Yeah. I thank God, because I would probably, I literally would look like Precious. Like I do, but I really could. Hold on. Time for that. I saw this from Netflix.
When I got something important to do, I make sure I wear boots so it give me a little extra inch or two.
You better put them joints in your they got them joints for men. You put in your shoes and stuff. 5'5", you are woo. But them let me be quiet.
Now go ahead.
Them short boys.
My ex, she wanted 300, but she was pushing 2. I don't think I could do it anymore because I'm not in my 20s no more. But I used to like lift her over my shoulders. My strength is in my legs, so like I
But
use that to my advantage.
was she also short?
Yeah, she was short.
Because if I was 200 pounds, dog, people would think I use drugs. They like, nah, that bitch is got AIDS. She got AIDS. Because that would be a whole 100 pounds off of me. But when you shorter, your weight, she was short. That's why 200 was because I don't even think I could be 200 pounds. I don't ever remember being. I just remember going from like 150 to 250. I don't ever from sixth grade to seventh. No, I'm playing. Like, look at my arm. That's the arm that can cook. That's the arm. I be cooking like shit because of the arm. If I lose this weight, I won't be able to be, the things that big girls are. Extra wet, like can cook and fun. Like if I lose all this weight, am I gonna become like them? Like I don't know. Stressful. It's like I'm in between, Should I? No. Like, no.
But now that's like a valid point. Like, big girls are getting their just due and getting love right now. And like, it does we see like people like Adele, Sam Smith, they lose the weight or whatever. It is like, do I lose the weight or do I continue to be myself? Like, you guys are getting opportunities. How does that make you feel to see like you guys get more opportunities? And like, do you feel the pressure to continue to be yourself or lose weight? Like, what do you feel like when you walk into these rooms?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I've never had a problem as a big girl with anything that a lot of, I guess, big girls so-called go through. Because I've always had hella confidence. I've always been dark, really dark skinned. So as a kid, my mother used to, because my siblings were all like your complexion, everybody was light. My father's really dark skinned, but my mother's light. So, they made like medium skinned kids except me. My black ass popping out all late, parents all old, shit is over, and I'm coming through like boom. And I am exactly like my dad. Like he played too much. He was dark skinned. He was tall. Well, he's tall. All my siblings are tall, but I just never had that problem, I guess, because I just never had that problem. So when I see big girls that don't love themselves, it's kind of heartbreaking. And when I see like kind of how Hollywood treats the bigger woman, it's like, y'all, it's not that bad. People just can't afford what we can afford. Like we can afford food and the finest food that keeps us, this certain weight. Like, like don't feel bad. Like fuck them, At the end of the day, I know even at my smallest, like when I was a cheerleader in high school, I was an 8 and everybody else was like 0, 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. So I was always the big girl, even small. Like I wish the very first time that I thought I was fat, I was that size now. That's when I was in high school. I was huge, but they were like, I had like that body that all these girls are paying for, like big titties, big butt, flat stomach, like, and I didn't, the dudes, every high school I went to was, hey, big girl, hey, because them horn dogs ain't never seen body like that. That wasn't on like an old auntie. So I never really had that. But the good thing is, and being honest, the second thing I was going to say, I moved to California. One of the reasons is because of Precious, honestly. And one day I'm going to meet Gabrielle and tell her, I seen her win that Oscar, and I was like, I don't know, they're not giving big black bitches Oscars. This bitch ain't about to get them by herself. I'm just out of here. You gonna share them movie roles and them dinner roles, bitch. Move. So I'm happy that people are recognizing that bigger people are people, And even this don't have nothing to do with what you're saying, but even I recognize that bigger people were people. My ex-boyfriend is you say plus size for men? It's like, no, my ex-boyfriend is fat ass. No, he was fat. He was like the fattest person I ever seen in my life, and I like tried it. I was like, I'm gonna, because he has such a great personality. We met on a Zoom comedy show, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna give this because I've never messed with a fat person in my life.
Yeah.
Honestly, every dude I
Yeah.
ever messed with was 6'4", tall, dark skin, and a jerk. He was a piece of shit. Then I messed with this tall, brown skinned fat guy who was 400 pounds. He was a piece of shit. So yeah, I won't be doing that again.
It's weird. It's weird to me to see like these movies where they have these big girls that are like low confidence, because where I'm from, like in my family, I've never seen any of the big girls have low confidence. To me, that's foreign. So it's like, where are those movies where we see the big girls that are confident? Because only the white girls, and I don't know big white girls, but only them seem to be the one that's insecure about it.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I am. It's so funny you said that. Right now. I'm writing a sitcom based on my family, and I'm also writing a movie called "You're Enough" about a big girl.
Mm-hmm.
So you're absolutely right. Especially being from Washington D.C., even the skinny girls are big. Them bitches guts. It's like we can't have nothing. God damn. Can I get my stomach, sis? What are you eating? Like, I'm eating that shit. Go back and get chicken fingers. Like, girl. Like, we we are definitely confident from. So I come out here and it's like, who is this? Like,
Right.
and I'm like, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
let's go. What you
Yeah.
throwing at me? Yes, get the scale. Let me show y'all. People be like, you're not 300 pounds. I'm like, probably 320 this month. Shit. We go up and down. Be a good month, and then sometimes you want to lose weight. But the funny thing is, they make me lose weight for certain characters, and then they'll make me gain weight. It's crazy.
Mm,
It's
mm.
crazy.
How
We
is
do.
it? How is it starting to get into acting? And do a comedy at the same time. What's the difference? What is it like?
Well, that's two different worlds. It's two different worlds. What it is comedy is always who you're going to be. That's a part of who you are. Even when you are doing a drama series, you're always going to be funny. You're going to cry on set, then you're like, whoa, golly. And you're going to go back to being who you are if you are really a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
You got people that just wake up one day and be like, I can do that, and they're awful on stage. Then you got people who are naturally born a comedian and they're funny. But it's definitely, it may not seem like it here, but it's two different worlds. It's separate. Like you see people that are in the movies that go on tour, they can't be on tour while they're acting. It's just not possible. Like today, I usually don't do anything the days I have a comedy show because I'm going to be honest with you, comedy to me is harder than acting because acting is mostly scripted or that, but comedy is, it's like golf. It's hit or miss. We
Mm-hmm.
may get a hole in one, we may not, depending on the day, the crowd, the mood, the energy. You just never know. So comedy is definitely its own beast, should I say. I knew I had something in my eye. That shit just fell to my cheek. But it's just its own beast. So it's definitely two different worlds. It's I would not recommend anyone to move to Hollywood. It's like I would, but if you ain't strong, if you ain't trying to be homeless and hungry, and like right now, I did a whole 3 days for the first time I worked with Netflix, and it was amazing. Like this, I had to bring this. Like, look at this fork. This is a Netflix fork out of their cafeteria. Like, you see how big it is and how thick this is a good. Look at this. It's a good fork. I still fork, by the way. I got a whole childhood. I got a whole joke about that shit. But yeah, it's terrible. We had one fork in the house growing up. And how the fuck do we function with 14 people in one fork? But yeah. You just got to hear me saying on stage one day. But yeah, I don't even remember what the question was. I'm rambling because I'm
I know you're
sleepy.
fine. No, you're fine. So what okay, so yeah, you touched about Hollywood and DC. What's the difference between DC and Hollywood? They both seem kind of, not, I want to say, rough in their own way. How are they both different?
Well, DC is home. So it's like, what's the difference between grandma's house and your house? Grandma's house has everything you want. But grandma's house you got to do a lot to get everything you want. You know, that's how I can compare them. You know, grandma's house is like, you better not touch them chips without asking grandma. Who gonna ask? Then what we gonna do? Man, them chips staring at you, and grandma is cool. She chilling. She gonna give it to you if you ask, but everybody's scared. It's grandma. Like, that's how Hollywood is. Hollywood will give you everything. You just gotta ask. And when I say ask, I mean put your time in. You got to do all there. This place is a boot camp. It's like you will get every dream you believe that, but you're not going to get it overnight. Where I feel like DC, because it's home, you get everything pop, pop, pop how you want. You know, everybody works hard. I was raised only around Black people who worked hard, which is I think that's a good. I think it's a good leverage for me. Looking at all the other people, like Kanisha, she's my sidekick out here. Everybody, if you know me, you know Kanisha. We're kind of like connected in comedy, so I often use her as an example. She's from Seattle, Washington. I'm from Washington, D.C. Seattle, Washington is really nothing but white people. Mm-hmm. D.C. is nothing but Black people, but because I seen Black mayors, Black doctors, we had Black teachers, Black police officers, Black parents. We didn't, you know what I'm saying? Kanisha's is exactly the opposite. She has a white mom, white everything, so it's more of a master syndrome. With me, we were not taught. We were taught that Black was superior. We don't know nothing else. So we don't know that you're supposed to like be a little timid around white people. We don't know none of that. We didn't have to. So it's a good leverage when you come here because you're not afraid to say to the director, you know, I really don't like the way you're talking to me. Like, calm down. Like, you need me like I need you. Like, I did that one time on set. Oh, my God. Everybody was like, I mean, when I say everybody, I mean the cameramen, the actors, the people, the craft service, everybody. Because I was just like, yo, you don't have to talk to me like that. You're rude. You don't have to talk to people like that. Like, don't. And then I said, don't talk to me for 24 hours till you get yourself together. And everybody was like, yo, this bitch is crazy, right?
Yeah.
He was on my ass. He apologized so bad, and he was on my ass the rest of that shooting. But it was like, no. So DC did teach me that, but DC cannot give me what, you know, you can't get the same love at grandma's house as you can get at home. Mm-hmm. You know, your parents are gonna give you all the hugs and kisses and all that, but they working and it don't smell sweet, and it's just like grandma. It's grandma. She got cookies and she gonna tell you all the stories, and you know. But you want to go to fuck home after. You like, but my toys. You know, grandma's house. You can't touch the walls without her saying, hey, get off my walls. Like, and grandma only gonna give you one slice of cake. You know, your mother just leave the cake out there. She don't give a fuck. So it's, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's how I compared it to. Hollywood is definitely like if you're not afraid of being down and falling like once a week, I say go for it. just be ready and have a good support system because you gonna be begging. You ain't never begged. Like they talk about me. Like I've lost so many Facebook friends and people I went to high school with. They was like, "Why you always begging?" Bitch, I'm trying to live a dream. Just send the $25 on mom. I begged so much cash that they deleted me. They was like, bitch, you running a drug ring. How the fuck do you keep getting $25 every day from a different person? Nigga, what you selling? And it's like, I'm this close to OnlyFans, but I come
who is Joncea from DC? Who is Joncea, the version in DC versus the version in LA?
You're gonna get Joncea. I don't care where you take. Bring me to Ohio. You're gonna get Joncea. I'm not her. I don't have a facade. I don't have a fakeness. I don't have an image. You're gonna get Joncea morning, noon, and night. I don't care who you are. Right. I don't even believe in I think first of all, me starting this, I've been doing comedy for 15 years. I've been in LA 10 years. I didn't start like this. And like I said, I have a huge family. You know, my dad was one of 11. I'm one of 6. I got a million cousins, and it wasn't no, you could act 1,000 different ways. It was, you better stop playing before we fry you. Like, it was more, you know, I just was taught, and I had a mother and a father, so I just was taught. And when I say that, I mean in the home, which I think is very important. I just was taught to be yourself, and that who I am is amazing enough. That's why I don't have all the shit that I could. Tummy tucks, and I got people like hitting me up telling me they would do my body free, and I'm just like, why the fuck do y'all want to be a project? Like, yo, just give me some time. You know, give me a second. I just really broke into the scene. Like, relax. It's not that bad. God, I mean, it's not that bad. A 3X. It's not. I mean, once I get to 4 or 5, we make it scale me back a little bit. But damn, like. But nah, there's no dig. Anybody, you can ask anybody from coast to coast. They'll tell you, nah, she ain't fake. She ain't. I don't care where I go. You're gonna get me in. I'm actually an awesome person, so it's not like you're gonna get like. And I can't stand people that call themselves awesome. Like, no, bitch, we supposed to tell you are. I killed today. No, the fuck you did. We supposed to let you know if you killed. Like, I hate that, but I really am a pretty good person. So you can ask, you know, from coast to coast. I'm just me, dog.
Yeah. So let's pivot here because I did find some info about you. How did we get on The Price is Right?
Woo, come on down.
I mean, obviously you applied, but like, what was the experience like being on The Price is Right?
First of all, you do not apply.
Oh,
That's
you
not
don't?
how you get on The Price is Right. Okay, first of all, game shows is basically how I used to make money back in the day. But no, you just go. How The Price is Right used to work. I don't know how it is now after COVID, but you just go there, and it's a line wrapped all the way around the corner of just people. And see, what I did not know was they're watching you from the second you get out your car in the parking lot. It's all eyes on who is acting a fool. So I naturally am I'm a people person, so I'm smiling, I'm laughing, like, we get The Price is Right. Y'all not been watching this all my life. Like, we just doing the most. Then they put you in this room for like 4 hours. You're in this room. But it's so fun because you the cool person, you in there laughing and they're giving you food. But the whole time they're doing this to see who they're gonna call down. So I tell everybody this, like, man, I'm gonna go on The Price is Right, and I'm like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do. You get there, from the second you get out the car, act a fool. Just be dope. And it's so funny because you know how when you be coming down and everybody's excited and everybody hitting each other hand and all that. We didn't spend 4 hours of our life together. We know each other. Like, all the cool kids now, we bonding and sharing food and laughing and having dance-offs and stuff. Like, if you watch my episode, one of the girls was like, I'm a dancer. Man, she stood her little butt up, talking about she a dancer. I was like, girl, I got right up with her. out. I was dancing. I was like, that, go Biggie, go Biggie. It's like that. I was like, Biggie Smalls is the illest. No, I'm playing. We had that's how I got called down. And the funny thing is, you don't know you're going to get called down at all.
Yeah.
I kind of had a feeling though. They were hot when it came to me because me and my friend, we were in a line and they were sitting people to the left and they were like, you two, and they sat me and my friend to the right. They were like, we want to fill it in over there, so we're gonna fill it. And I was like, I said to my friend, I was like, yo, you think they gonna call down one of us? And she was like, yeah, you. She was like, they gonna call me down. I was like, nah. We was just like, yeah. And sure enough, I was on the show the entire time. Like, it was crazy. That was like the best. That was the best Hollywood thing because everybody else can be on everything else. If you audition for some stuff and casting likes you, whatever, you could be on that. But to be on The Price is Right is every kid's dream and adults around the world. Like, it's people that want to be doctors and stuff, but everybody wants to be on The Price is Right, man. And it's like, I don't know how they do it now after COVID. It was kind of more casty, which
okay.
when people won,
Yeah, that's
it was like, I want everything. I'm like, you didn't even have an audience. I had a whole audience telling me 1,000 different things to say. I'm like, 5, 6, what the fuck? I don't know. I lost, but I won.
being on Price is Right, man. That's something your grandma would put on her obituary. Like my grandchild was on The Price is Right. Like
I know, you know what? All my grandmothers are nice and dead, but yeah, they would have loved it. They would have loved it. They would have loved The Price is Right is still dope to this minute. Like that's something that I wouldn't mind even hosting. Like
who
I
you
would
like?
host
Who
The
you
Price.
like better as the host, Bob Barker or Drew Carey?
Ooh, I can't. Why would you do that? I love Drew Carey before he was even a host, and plus he was like my host. So we had. Let me tell you, they didn't know I was a comedian because you cannot be in any arts and do anything and be on TV out here like that. So I told them I was a hairstylist from Washington D.C., of course, and Drew Carey wanted to meet me after the show.
Mm-hmm.
And he just wanted to meet me to tell me, he was so nice. He was like, I just want you to know that it's harder to win $1 on The Price is Right than it is to win any game. So even though you lost, even though you lost your car in the beginning and you lost the showcase, you still did something that most people can't do here. And that's win $1. And you were amazing. And this was one of my favorite shows with you. He said, because of you. And I was like, thank you so much. I want to be like, I'm a comedian. They would have threw that show out. But it's so funny because I was driving Lyft, and one of the producers, I was like, because in LA you always ask everybody, what do? You always get everybody's contact. That's just like the secret out here. You got to network, right? Because you don't know who knows who. So I drove Lyft, and he was like, yeah, I've been a producer for the last 20 years on The Price is Right. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want on The Price is Right. I was like, Joncea from The Price is Right. He was like, oh my God, Joncea, do you know your Price is Right is still our favorite? You got to go watch it, like the whole thing, dog.
Yeah.
Whenever you get a chance, right, go watch. The very first thing we bid it on, why did I bid $1 over the exact price? Like, I took the person's moment that got to go up because I literally, my retarded ass said 15. I said something. I don't remember exactly what I said, but whatever it was $1. Like, bitch, what are you talking? Oh, 1601.
Yeah.
I think that's what it said. Like, or so, I don't remember. Whatever it was, I was $1 over. And Drew was like, I don't even want to read this. I don't even want to read this. And we had to keep going to commercials. And remember, the people that I was with, like during those 4 hours, we were acting a fool. Like, we for real deal keep in touch to this day. We were like best friends. So Drew kept saying, what is happening here? Like this bunch, like y'all are acting out. We were like, because they do a lot of editing and cutting up, but we was like fist bumping each other. They were like, okay, we gotta do this again. Like, guys, stop. What is wrong with y'all? It was like they called out every class clown. Even that old man that was with me to the end. He was so freaking fun and cool. But,
Who's on your Mount Comedy of? I always say Mount Comedy. I haven't heard that. Who's on your Mount Rushmore of comedy?
Ooh, no one's ever asked me that before. My Mount Rushmore. Ooh, of comedy. Dang.
Yeah.
I can't put Cardi B up there. No, okay. So funny. Okay, you gotta have Martin. He's my favorite. Dave Chappelle. Mount Rushmore's what, 4 or 5 people?
4.
Dang. I need a woman. Who's a funny? Gotta have another woman up there with me. I don't know. They don't have to be popular, do they? Because I would love Jess Niche. I would love Jess Niche from Chicago. You know her?
No, I don't.
Oh my God, she's so freaking funny. She's like a fan of mine. And then I like CP. You know who that is?
No idea.
Dang, you need to come to LA and visit. Um, yeah. Okay. So me, Jess Niche, Martin, and Dave. That's a
Okay.
dream Rushmore. Because we could take them as far as comedy. Like we can hang with them on the road as far as fighting.
DC is really slept on for like it being a comedy city. It's really is like a comedy city that a lot of people haven't like realized or acknowledged.
Well, it's not that it's slept on. What happened was it was a well that went dry. So, yeah, it was known as the comedy mecca, and every single comic like that's in Dave Chappelle and Martin's class, they started comedy in DC. Like you would come to DC to even start. Like DC was the mecca at one point. Like, and it just became dry. It just dried up. Like you. I believe my class. I hate to say this, but I believe some of them became shisty and unteachable and just became to where they thought they were the best and the goats and all that. And it was like, you're really not the goat. All the goats are gone. And like, what makes you a goat is not just being funny, guys. I mean, I have a funny granddaughter. She could do comedy if we just put her on the stage and gave her a couple of toys. Like, people would laugh. So it's a all around thing. And I think entertainment in DC, period. They have the best singers, the best rappers, the funniest comics. To this day, I still think a lot of the comedians that live there are funnier than a bunch of people here. Here is everyone, like one or two people from every city migrated. So I still think we have the funniest people, but it's some type of ego and arrogancy that just, I think, dried it out of DC.
Mm.
So we're no longer. Tamar said one day, "Yeah, DC is dry," and I was like, "Yes, Tamar, yes." And that's what I believe. Why? It's just because it's a little bit too much ego going around there, and to me, it's like all bark and no bite. Like anybody
Yeah.
can do their city because you know everybody knows you there. Of course, you're gonna get laughs from your cousins because they peed in they watched you pee the bed. Like they know what you're saying. you know. But can
Yeah.
you come to LA and be like, I peed the bed, and everybody be like, yo, grown ass, what? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's sad. But
What's one stage? My fault. I mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
no, you're good.
What's one stage that when you get on there and you tell your first joke, you will consider that you made it? Meaning
Madison Square
like,
Garden. Like, I don't know. Maybe
meaning like,
Madison Square.
oh, Madison Square Garden.
Oh no, once when I tell a joke though, because
I
I'm
was just
more
trying
than
to make
just
it sound. I was just trying to make it sound good. Like basically, like what I was
I'm
saying
more
is
than a
like,
comedian. So I think as far as comedy, yeah, if I hit something like Madison Square Garden or just a big old. Cause I've already done Apollo, so that was fun. But a big old stage would be something huge like that with 1,000 seaters, and you're like, oh, I did this, I made it. So,
yeah.
but as
What's
far
your?
as go ahead,
I was gonna say, what's your dream role when it comes to acting?
my dream stage or role?
Role.
Ah, dream role. Um, an acting dream role. I never even thought about it. I could probably play any role in my mind until I read the script and be like, damn, I'm not a good Avenger. Let me think. Like, woo, y'all doing a lot of running and jumping here. Dream role. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna think about that. I know people who I would dream to work with, but
We can go that route.
an actual role. I feel like I could play any role if y'all made me. Like I
I
feel
could
like
see you
seriously,
in a Modern Friday.
I would love something, anything comedy. I would murk it.
Yeah.
Like they don't even have no idea. When I'm coming though, when I come, I'm gonna be her. They only let one person be in the spotlight at a time. So right now, I want to say it's the Abbott Elementary girl. So she's having her moment right now. How you'll know who the person is they'll have a CoverGirl commercial. Who's the latest CoverGirl? That's all you'll know. So, but yeah, it was Issa a couple months ago. It rotates. But mine's is coming. Mine's is coming. I believe within the next 3 years, I'll probably be a huge household name. They say your 10th year is when you really, really start working, and then your 13th year is when you really blow. So, and it's so funny because I'm like, whatever. I'm blowing at 5, and it was like, I was about to start blowing at 5. I was like, help me, drowning. But yeah, year 5 was crazy. But I definitely would love to work with Angela Bassett. I love Taraji, and I love Regina. That's because they both from DC. Mm-hmm. So I would love to do something with Regina. Fat Amy's skinny now, so I don't know if I really want to. I always wanted to do a movie with her. Like me and her be like twin sisters, and really we're not twins, but I literally was gonna write this where I thought we were twin sisters, and come to find out I was adopted, but I act just like a white girl. It was gonna be a real good, but then she lost weight, so it's like, do I join her or do she just not be the character now? I gotta find her a fat white girl. I was like, all the fat girls are getting skinny now. Monique Precious, everybody's leaving me. It's like, I think I'm gonna stay here, guys, because the lane is now about to be all mine.
I think that's how you know you made it. I think that's how you know you made it. Like you big, and then once they start losing weight, they've made it. They're sitting on millions now. They're good. They're good to go.
Yeah, and that's why I won't take those free body. Everybody want to do, scope my body. I'm like, no, wait, my bank account's not exist. Are you kidding me? We're not sculpting shit until Bank of America figures out why my $35 ain't in that. No. Y'all not gonna make the world look. Y'all not gonna make it look like I got millions to the world. So when I ask a motherfucker for something, they be like, "Well, you just got your stomach done." No, the fuck no. My stomach was free with paid partnership, ma'am. Don't please send me some gas money. Like we can't do this right now. No. But
I could see you. I could see you with Taraji. I really want like Regina Hall to be like in a true comedy movie. Like she'd be funny. Like I mean, okay, well she was in Scary Movie, but like a true just like
when she did the Oscars, she was really good. Like I mean, when she did the BT, Regina Hall is hilarious. Like I would love to do a movie with her that Marlon Wayans didn't write. It's like, I'm just playing Marlon. Can Keenan write it and Marlon help him? You know what I'm saying? they always say movies Marlon write don't be doing that. But no, Regina Hall is the bomb. Like her, Taraji, like people, especially from Home, Martin, like people, they don't know that they are like really my pioneers. Like I really keep going because of them. I know that they understand my culture, they understand my words, they understand my food, they understand me. So when I'm watching them, like I think the biggest heartbreak would be if I met Taraji or Regina and they were just like, bitch, get on my face. I would be like, oh my God, like
yeah.
I finally met my mom and she didn't give a fuck. Like that's the feeling I would be like. I would be heartbroken, but I don't got it happening because it's just my personality really don't even let you. You can pretend to be or whatever. I was with Young Miami yesterday, and it was like, girl, no.
Yeah,
You cannot be stuck up with me. I'm too cool. You're gonna
yeah,
be cool with me. I'm like the sister. You're not even gonna want to be, And she wasn't. She was pretty dope. But no. But I really would love to do something with Regina. Angela Bassett is another one who, oh my gosh, I would love to just do anything with her. Um, George Lopez is one of my faves. I would love to do something with him. I would even love to do something with Jennifer Lopez. It's a
oh,
couple people that I would not mind,
yeah.
I'm, I'm trying to, I feel like I'm leaving out one other person. I want to say Gabrielle Sidibe. No, I'm like, you like that callback? You like that callback?
I Martin is like one of my faves. Like he definitely like why I got to the game, and I think my mom, like me and my mom, like we text back and forth like Martin, like lines from the show Martin, and I think like she used to like play it while I was like little, because it's like episodes. Like I'm going through the whole series right now. And believe I've seen every episode, but like before I like even did this like research on it, like I be knowing like I've never like really questioned like how I knew that the lines from the episode until like a couple months ago, and I was like, Mom, did you just like play this all the time? And she was like, yeah, and it's like stuck in my head, and
Yeah.
like and now like the first like when I seen him do Run Tell That, I was like, I don't know what that is, but I want to do that, and like ever since then, like that's just been. And then when I started to because like I do everything you do, like write and act too. So when I started to like just look back, I was watching Def Comedy Jam from the beginning on Prime, and like just to see like basically almost everybody that was on Def Comedy Jam like was on the Martin show. Like he helped out, and I like so like looked at him differently and like respected that. Like that
Uh,
was, I don't think like, he gets a lot of attention or praise for that. Like all the comedians he helped out with Def Comedy Jam.
well, I don't think Martin is that type of person. First of all, Martin's an Aries. Him and Eddie Murphy, they're Aries, much like myself. We don't. We're just born helpers like that, and we don't need the limelight for that. That attention is like always. That's God. You know what I'm saying? Let God get His praise for what His praise is for, and let us just do what we're to do here. I think those particular people understand their purpose. And when you like, because I love helping people. When you understand your purpose, um, you just automatically do that. You just order like I always get my friends on stuff that I'm on and stuff like that, just because we don't have nothing. I understand that you can't take my position, and I
Yeah,
really wish more people out here understood that theory, because more people would be helped and people wouldn't be backstabbing and stepping on people. It's such a scary world out here, and it's just like everybody's always like, "How'd you get this? How'd you get that?" Because I've never had an agent, and I'm like, God, this is my agent. You just have to be a good person. What you put
mhm,
out in the world, you get it back. You just got to kind of understand that theory. Like, be amazing, dog. Stop being undercut and just messy. And I think that people like Martin, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, it's a lot of comics that kind of like they bring everybody with them. I think
yeah.
Rock's probably one. I don't know why when black comics talk, we only talk about other blacks, but you know, we don't even know. I have no idea if George Lopez helped uh, any other Spanish
Yeah,
comics.
that'd be funny because like when I have white comics on here, I ask them like for their Mount Rushmore, and they never name like anybody black except for like Dave Chappelle or like Eddie Murphy or Pryor. But sometimes they will name none, and it'd be funny because it's like we only know like who we saw. I wish it was more like integrated a little bit, but like I
The
mean, I
culture.
guess I get it.
But wait a minute, I gotta ask this question. I don't know if you want to tell me. If not, you just inbox me the answer. How old are you? How old are you?
I'm
Because you said
32.
32.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's cute.
yeah.
Because you were like, you were like, yeah, I went and watched all the Martins, and I'm like, They were on.
Nah, nah,
Be
nah.
real. But
because like it's different now. Like when we, well, I'll just say like me, like it was real big on like the DVD collections and stuff, and so you started to get those, but then like you couldn't find certain seasons, and then streaming started coming out. So with streaming being out now, it's like, okay, if I want to like study or whatever, I'll just go through like a whole like show or whatever. Like one show I finished was ER and Living
yeah.
Single, like just to like, I mean, I've seen it before, but I just
But
want to
have you
like,
watched A Different World from beginning to end? Do that next.
I haven't watched A Different World from beginning to end just before this. I started it, but I didn't finish it because
It was good. It was good. That's
it's
good TV.
good, but it's just like
Was it repetitive?
it wasn't repetitive. It's hard to watch now because we still deal with those things, and it's kind of like growing up. They taught you that this is over, but now when you're older and you're conscious, you can make your own decision. It's kind of like what I've been struggling with is like, no, this is very much so going on. And so when I watch a TV show that kind of remind me of it, it's kind of like because it's kind of like you don't want to be desensitized to it, but you don't want to take too
But
much
it's
of it
not funny
in.
to you anymore. Is it just not funny?
No, it's funny. No, I like it. It's funny. Yeah, it's
No,
funny.
I'm just saying
I think I
once you
might
see
be done with
something.
season one.
Oh no, I don't. This interview's over. Get me out of here. Where are my people? No, but no. I think first of all, I think we need, and that's what I'm creating right now. We need a sitcom that people will watch years and years later, and yeah, yeah, we need a Cosby. We need that again, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm writing. Actually, I'm writing uh, something. You can't put it out there because you look on TV like, who the fuck do I kill? Who do I kill? I don't even know this guy. Where to find him? Where? Somebody get me to Ohio quick. Like, but yeah, I'm actually 40. I'm gonna be 45 in April. So
Okay.
yeah. So I actually watched that stuff while it was happening. That's what
Yeah.
I was like. He was like, I watched all the Def Jams, and I'm like, what? That was high school, of course. And I honestly, this is one thing about me. I be forgetting I'm not young.
Yeah.
Like I still think I'm Joncea from back in the day, and I be going, listen, I be going smack at dudes
Yeah.
that play like basketball, football. Like I mean, I be going smack. I be forgetting I'm this big. I be forgetting I'm this old. Like I went smack at Bobby Wagner the other day at the waffle joint. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
He played for the Rams now. I had no idea who that boy was, and I am a sports fanatic. Let me tell you something. I seen this little fine walk up and I was like, hey. I went smack, and I was like, get your mother following the phone right now. Call your parents. I need to know who created something. No, I don't want to talk to you. Call your parents right now. I need to know who created a specimen that perfect, that fine. Like, god damn, yo. And he just started laughing. I was like, what do you do? He was like, I'm a professional football player. I was like, oh shit, how old are you? I was like, boy, you know what? He was like, I'm 28. I was like, 28? Oh my Jesus, I got a child older than you. Wait, okay, never mind. I am, sir. I was like, is it another way we can communicate? I was like, I'm so sorry. I am your fine auntie. But one day, no lie, yo, I went smacking this dude. He was young. I think he was probably about maybe 25. I don't know. And I was like, hey, young. Oh, when he told me his age, I was like, oh shit, I'm my bad. I'm 42. He was like, I will fuck the shit out of you. I was like, I did not expect you to say that. Hey, dog. I was like, I did not see that coming. Wait. I fucked this shit out of that little boy. but I must have told a joke. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, y'all young, boy. I still think I'm. Boy, you got to see Joncea back in the day. Woo! I be looking at that old body. That's the body that they trying to get now. I be looking at that body like, girl. Woo! I be imagining if I'm her, I probably wouldn't have to do none of this Hollywood shit. Like, I wouldn't do. It's like my brother asked me the other day. He was like, "Jay, if you was to hit the lottery, would you still do comedy?" I said, "Shay, if I hit the lottery, if I hit this $1 billion lottery, I'll never tell another motherfucking joke again. I won't smile if that's the case. Like, I will make, boy, y'all will never know I existed. Okay, as far as the comedy world, are you kidding me? So you wouldn't go on stage, nigga? Fuck no! Stop talking. Stop ruining my fantasy. I'm on an island smoking crack, my own fucking island. I need to know why the fucking crackhead would give up their whole family. I ain't on an island somewhere getting high. No, nigga. No. Never would I tell another girl. Is that a cat up there?
Yeah, it's a cat.
You like cats?
Not really. It just got. I can't really explain it. It was a picture. I was inspired. It had cats in it. My girlfriend got cats, so I might as well get used to it.
I mean, because I'm itching. I'm like, why is this cat everywhere?
I'm mad you just noticed that like 56 minutes in. Like...
Right. Wait a minute. It's something about, what is that? 7 cats? No. I got that close. I ain't get my wig down and blended with makeup and all that. My bad, y'all. I'm bald as shit under this motherfucker. So I know.
All right, as we start to wrap this up, man, what like words of encouragement do you have for like any comedians that's listening to this right now?
Oh, that's my thing. I love encouraging people. For comedians, what I would say to encourage you honestly is go for what you know. Don't look to the left, don't look to the right, because comedy, like I said, it's you and the microphone. It's not you, it's you versus the mic. And the microphone always tells on you. You could always tell when you haven't been practicing, when you just thinking you're gonna just walk up there and just go off the fly. It's like very few people could do that. Me being one. No blame, but you can always tell like when you aren't doing what you're supposed to do. If it's a hobby, that's fine. But take it serious. It's really an occupation. It's a job. It's not something you just do. It is it's serious. And what I would say to encourage you is be yourself with everything you do. Don't think you have to be like Kevin Hart or like every one of us have our own journey. We have our own stories. We have our own funny. And if you have any questions, ask somebody, reach out to somebody. If you want to know something, look it up, watch YouTube, watch your favorite comics on YouTube, but just whatever you do on and off the field, on and off the court, on and off the golf course, be a great person. Be amazing. Smile everywhere you go. Say good morning. Ask the lady at the cash register how her day has been. Because you never know if that one little thing you said could maybe save a life or just lift a person's spirit. Remember, comedy is a gift. It's a gift from God. It's not just, oh, I'm funny, I woke up. No, the Bible says that laughter is healing. So if you got the gift of laughter, God intends for you to heal. So that's what you should do.
All right, Oprah.
You like that? And next on the Joncea show. No, this is a fork. It's not a roll. Yeah, I got it from Netflix. Yes, sir.
Joncea, tell people why they should listen to Comedians in Bed.
What happened? You gotta stop with these trick questions. Like, oh, I caught that baseball. Boy, that was a curveball. What are you talking about? Okay. I got a brain of a 6-year-old. You got to process shit like that in bed. Why should you listen to comics in bed? Like, you mean like a person would listen to like something while they're sleeping or something.
No, the name of the podcast, Comedians in Bed.
Fucking dog. First
You're
of all,
not
I
the
got
first.
out of bed to get over here. I don't know you. I don't know nothing. You DM me, and I was like, you know what? Yes, because I do everybody's podcast. It's like, why not? Who cares, right? I mean, it's whatever. Everybody's trying to get started, so I'm doing it. I had no idea. So you trying to tell me it's cats in the bed with you, Ty? This is wow. I don't like your little life. I just don't. Let's see. Little cats in bed in Ohio. I just doesn't seem fun. But yeah, my girlfriend has cats. Everybody down there has cats. Like y'all need to get the cats. Them little things is ooh. Okay. Why should you listen to comedians in bed? Because everything done in bed is amazing shit. The videos in bed because it's just it's bed. I don't know. That's why did you name it Comedians in Bed? I don't mean to flip the question, but nigga, what?
I was high.
You still are. You're high right now. It's definitely a high world you're in. And I'm so mad that I couldn't join you because I just woke up. I woke back up at 2:00. Sheesh. I'm gonna go get these jokes going before tonight. I love the comedy out here. It doesn't even start till 10:30. So
yeah. Tell people where they can find you at.
They can find me anywhere you put in Joncea. You can go to Google and just put in Joncea. My Instagram will come up. My Facebook will come up. My Twitter, everything. You can find me anywhere. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me at your fine ass uncle's house. Cause I'm shallow. Maybe look, why my best friend's husband was like, you probably should go for your own league. I was like, oh, what does that mean? What do you mean? What is my league? Then I did, and I still got curried. So I'm back. I'm back. I'm back at my little 23-year-old basketball players. No, I'm kidding.
And if you guys want to watch next week's episode, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Ty Erskine. Or if you want to listen to the audio version, you can do so by subscribing to this podcast and listen to wherever you listen to podcasts. We had Joncea on the show with us today, man.
My cheeks hurt. Me. Caught me before I blew up. Like 1 week before. He got me because let me tell you, everybody else podcast, you're paying. So, this one dude, he be like in my inbox, like, how beautiful, trying to holler and doing the most.
Yeah.
And he be doing the same thing to Ganesha, right? He's a comic in Chicago. And he does the same thing to Ganesha. And it's like, we're best friends. We're sitting right here comparing, like, ill, right? He was like, well, can you do my podcast? I said, for $500. You would have thought that made him leave me alone. That motherfucker's not coming even hard. I was like, oh gosh.
No. Well, thank you for doing mine for FREE. I greatly appreciate
wait a minute, what? I do this for free? Can I at least get some cat litter? To put down for the snow? The snow in DC, something? I don't get nothing for that.
Hey, man, we see you guys next week. We greatly appreciate it.
Bye, guys. It was fun.